I'm eating over here. You weren't supposed to turn the camera back on. I wanted to try it first. All right. Well, I guess it kind of caught me red-handed. All right. So we found a little bit of an easier method. I'm just going to cut up the cream cheese into chunks. Yeah, I can use this for crack. It's better than stealing that tuna can from the cat. What's going on, FBF family? Wags here. I got to put this little thing together just because the sole fact, when I was using my lavalier, and this lavalier, I never had any issues with it up until this point. Now, it seems like when I was editing this couple videos that I would talk and then some words would drop significantly and it would just be a complete mess. So, in this video right now is one of those situations that it has happened. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to play the video, but I'm going to do a voiceover. I'm sorry for the inconvenience. If I would have caught it ahead of time, I probably could have fixed it. But the fact is the video is already done, and I can't go back in time and remake what I made. So unfortunately, I'm going to have to do a voiceover, but hopefully you enjoy the video anyway. Please do. Please leave it a like. And I'm going to do my best due diligence to make sure it's not going to happen again. And I'm sorry for the inconvenience. But anyways, guys, I hope you have a good time. Hope you enjoy this video, and I'll see you guys soon. How you doing? It's day 3, and we're back in a very special dish I'm going to today. I'm making a dip. My interpretation of, usually you're supposed to do it with like barbecue or Frank's Red Hot, but I'm doing it a little bit different. I'm using this sweet red chili sauce because a lot of people don't like spicy in my house. So I figured let me just try to put a spin on it. But usually you would use chicken, you would use a buffalo sauce, and we're making a 3-layered dip and chips for your guests at the Super Bowl. So this is day 3. We're getting ready to rock and roll. So let's go ahead and get started here. Okay, first thing you're gonna need is if you look down at the table, we got the chicken chunks, which is, I mean, you can use chicken breast. This is because we're trying to save time because we have guests coming in like, I don't know, about a half hour. So we're trying to save time. We're trying to do this. We got some sharp cheddar cheese right over here. We got a cheese grater. We got 2 bricks of different cheese. We're going to use pretty much half of this. Unless, Jesse, do you need any of this?
No, but you need it for your,
Right, so I'm going to use half. That's what we discussed.
half and half.
Half and half, right? We got cream cheese. And that's pretty much because... So... back into the dirty work. So we got a couple bowls here. We got a big mixing. We got Swiss cheese. I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna cut it right in half because we're gonna mix the cheese. Grab this out. Get the Gouda right in half. More of a harder cheese than compared to Swiss and then regular shredded cheddar.
Jesus. But
You told me like this weird foot cheese. What's that cheese called?
Lindbergher?
Is it called the foot cheese?
That's what we would always call it when I was younger because it does smell like stinky feet.
Now, why does it smell like sticky feet?
I don't know. It's just the process of making it that makes it taste like, or smell like that.
You know, it'd actually be a really cool idea though, if we learned how to make our own cheese.
It's super easy.
But we need like a cheesecloth. We need a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
We want the cream cheese to kind of be like a soft consistency. So we're gonna take it, we're gonna rip it open like a kid in Christmas. Whoop. Does it sound like ASMR? Mm-hmm. That's so weird. Remember, remain your dental health. Ugh. Plop this open. Cream cheese is so weird. Like, you pretty much use everything. Like, you pretty much use cream cheese for everything you make.
You can.
So now that we're almost kind of complete with everything, we got to go ahead and preheat the oven to about 350 degrees. 350 is just my magic round number. Everything 350. Everything 350.
Not everything.
Everything
is
350.
cooked at
When in doubt, 350 out. Okay. Now we got this chicken, so we got to kind of drain the water of that. So let's go ahead and pan over to the sink. Open the can. The can of whoop food as I spilled chicken juice all over me.
You have this too tight.
Oh, I spilled chicken juice on me. Don't make fun of me. Just throwing stuff right in there. Boom. So if you go pan over back to the table, we have our pretty much chicken in there. Fatty. Pretty much disgusting at this point. And it smells like chicken from a can. You just get paper towels. Boom. Next thing we're going to do, just to make things a little bit easier, we're going to let this sit out to warm up. So like when I mix it and I put it in the bottom of the pan, it's easier to spread. So we're going to go ahead and take our sweet chili sauce marinade, open it up, and just kind of send it. I got 2 bottles in case. We may not need 2 bottles.
I don't think so.
Well, now looking at it, we may not. So we're just gonna sit here and kind of just like kind of mix it, try to kind of shred it. So I'm just taking the broad side of the fork, I'm just kind of smushing it and kind of letting the teeth of the fork kind of do its work. Although it just would have been 2 shots of me using the thing just to shred it. Oh. I'm eating over there. You weren't supposed to turn the camera back on. I wanted to try it first. Alright. Well, I guess it kind of caught me red-handed. But, no, I wanted to make sure the consistency was there. The taste was there. I didn't have to add anything, which is I don't. Me in the kitchen, I always want to try to taste my work.
You gotta taste test.
You gotta taste test. So,
Because if you're not gonna like what it tastes like, how
No
is
one
that
else
anybody
is.
else gonna eat it?
so as you can tell, it's kind of shredded up. There's no really big pieces there. I left some big pieces in there, so it's a nice surprise. But it's pretty mixed really well. So next thing we gotta do. Okay, I'm done.
Okay, because you're not gonna have any left for your dish.
I know. You got a pan here. You got a mixture here. Now, I've been doing it this way. Jesse tells me no, don't do it this way. I'm gonna do it my way. Well, long story short, it's not soft enough yet.
That's what happens.
So
But do whatever you want.
So, pretty much what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the cream cheese, right? Like this. She tells me not to put it on the bottom of the pan. I prefer to put it on the bottom of the pan. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and just kind of spread it on the bottom. Kind of like you're spreading like a bagel. So, we got the cream cheese on the bottom of the pan, and I'm just going to add a little bit of the cheddar to our cheese mix, because we're going to mix it all up together. So throw this to the side here. Next thing you need to do is once you layer the bottom of the pan, this is the point where it gets really bad with the lavalier microphone. So I'm going to put music over the track, but I'm going to explain what I'm doing real quick. At this point in time, I'm just adding more cheese to the cheese mixture, and I'm eventually going to put the chicken and chili base over the cream cheese, and then we're going to layer it. so it kind of touches the end, because we need to put another layer there. So once this is done, we're gonna add cream cheese, then chicken, then the regular shredded cheese. So go ahead and add that right now. All right, so we found a little bit of an easier method. I'm just gonna cut up the cream cheese into chunks. I'm gonna lay it on top. I mean, it looks messy now, but you gotta break it to eat it. I'm not too worried about it. So I'm gonna go ahead and add the cream cheese layer. And then the last thing we gotta add is more chicken. And once we finish with the chicken, we're gonna add the mixed cheese layer. What you could do, just to make it a little bit easier, and I should have thought of this, is you could add sour cream to it just to make it into that consistency. So for the next one I do, I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I'm gonna try that and see how that works out. Just kind of spread that out. This goes on top. I'll spread that out right over the top of it. There you go. Now the last thing we need to do is, like I said, you preheat the oven to 350. You can add the cheese to the top. The cheese looks like the best part. You can kind of just spread it over evenly. And there you got the buffalo chicken dip, in our case, the chili chicken dip, layered. Now the only thing we need to do is, we'll get this out of the way, is pop it in the oven for about 15-20 minutes and just let it go. So let's go ahead and put this bad boy in the oven. Oh, it's heavy. Shut the stove, and all that's left is clean up your mess that you made and go ahead and wait. And once that's done, 10-15 minutes later, we'll go ahead and take a look and see how awesome and amazing and juicy the dip is. Yeah, I can use this for crack. It's better than stealing that tuna can from the cat. Time out, guys. Hold up. 1 second. Just a brief moment of your time. Wagz here, and I gotta say, I need you to hit that subscribe button and make sure you leave it a like, and make sure you hit that bell notification so it alerts you every time I upload. All right, guys? Now back to the video. Mr. Hand, are you ready to go ahead and take out this hot food? What about you? Why not? That's because he doesn't want to get burned. If it's too hot in the kitchen, just leave. Eat me. No, you eat me. How about I just eat the dip? Ah. Ooh. Oh, there it goes. Look at that. Take a look, guys. That looks amazing. So, what you can do is you can leave this out, and people can usually make plates out of it, and then they can just put it on the plate and then just dip it as is. Or if you don't really care, you can leave this out and they can just dip as they go. No double dipping unless you're Wagz. So we're gonna go ahead and put this here. As for me, I'm gonna go ahead and take a little piece and we're gonna take a look at it. Let's go ahead and get a bowl. Let's go ahead and get a kniff. Let's go ahead and cut a piece. Well, you can let it just sit there now and cool, so it's a nice hardened dip, or you can kind of cut it as is. So as you can tell, well, maybe you can't see it, but it's really liquidy at this point. Really liquidy. So I'm gonna grab a spoon. I cut a small square. And we're just gonna take a look to see how it is. All right, that looks pretty amazing, and it smells really good too. Perfect, actually. Now take a look at that. So like that's like a dip consistency, right? So we're gonna let Jess have a little bite of it. I'm gonna have a bite of it. I try to look for chips, but we don't have chips. We do have barbecue chips, but I don't think it's gonna do it justice. So I'm gonna try it with barbecue chips. I'm gonna try it with just the spoon itself. Jess, you ready to try this? Yeah. Really good. You know. What do you think? Not too bad, right? Now, how long did it take to make? The longest time was the cooking process, right? 10, 15 minutes. Everything else kind of just fell into place. And the point I'm trying to make with these videos is sometimes when you make stuff, sometimes you got to deal with what you got. And if you don't have a lot of time in your hands and you don't have a lot of stuff, and you have some stuff like this laying in the laying in your refrigerator and everything, it's a really easy dish. It's very enjoyable. People keep coming back. I know I'm gonna keep coming back to this, but it's the fact that this could probably feed what, 8 to 12 people, if not more. And the total price of this dish. Well, how many cream cheese I use? I use 6 bricks. I probably could have used less. The shredded chicken, which was like $1 per can, let's just say, or $2 per can. So so that's 8. And then the 2 packs, 2, 4, 6, 14, plus the cheese. You can just usually use regular shredded cheese. Then you can buy like the Mexican cheese mix, for like $3. So all in all, it's maybe like $18.
If not less.
Maybe less. But I'm just trying to shoot numbers in the dark. But this is actually pretty good. I enjoyed it. It was really easy to make. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, you want to know how to make this, go ahead and watch the video. If you want to give me more advice, or if you're a cook and you have a better way of doing something like that, please let me know, because I'm always interested in learning different things. But I think that's going to wrap it up for this video. This is day 3 of the cooking challenge, because we know Jess doesn't stand a chance anyway, because I'm the master chef and I don't take months in schooling to learn how to do this. It's being fluffy, and my palate has aged for the last 35 years. I know what I like, and I know what people like. So we'll see what Jess has to come up with in the next video. Anyways, guys, you be awesome. Make sure you leave a comment down below and give it a like if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.